Day 23. Bear with me, fam. I came down with the flu, so I'm gonna be dragging ass, but no excuses. Nobody gives a fuck. Let's get it.
Okay, let me say it this way. They looked at the most successful men and women of the world, and they found that they had like 7, 8 things in common. And one of the things they all had in common was a routine. They are obsessed with their routine. They don't have a gap of wasted time in their routine. You know, I realized the reason why I'm so successful and the reason why I don't get in trouble like I used to when I was younger is because when I was younger, man, my schedule had so many gaps in it. The devil had like, okay, he might pray at 6, but my man's watching TV. He playing video games by 8:30. It's not that I'm sweeter than nobody. The devil can't get to me because all my time is taken up. And by the time he get to me, I'm asleep. I'm too asleep to say it. I'm just being real. 8:30, he like, Eric, you should. I'm like, bro, I'm tired. Come back to me tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, tip me tomorrow, bro. I'm about to go to sleep. I'm good. Like, I'm just tired right now. He's like, but no, you want to? I'm like, I don't want to do that. I'm tired. But let's try tomorrow morning. All right, I'm being real. I get up at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm sure he there like, I'm 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm sure he there like, yo, E, go back to sleep. Listen to me. I promise y'all. I got up the other day like at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I woke up and I was just walking around because I was like, I'm so tired. I heard the devil say, go back to sleep. I was like, yeah, you're right. I should go back to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I was like, bro, you want something. You know what I'm saying? He's like, why you getting up this early? You already number one in the world. You're already number one in the world, E. You already doing what you're supposed to be doing. Like, E, you've been grinding. Just go ahead, it's 3. And my body said, yo, E, what would you go back to sleep for? I said, I'm tired. My body said, you're not tired. I said, well, why would you say I'm not tired? He said, because you woke up without an alarm clock. You woke yourself up. So if you were tired, your body wouldn't let you get up. If you were tired, your body would make you sleep to 6. You got up, it's 3. No, what you don't want to do is the grind, but you're up. So do me a favor, Eric, you don't even have to do anything. You only have to work. You've been getting up at 3 so early in the morning, don't even worry about it. Just put your shoes on, and when you get on the treadmill, it's just going to do it for you because you've been doing it every day for 3 o'clock in the morning. For real. My body said, all you got to do is put your shoes on. That's the hardest thing you got to do. Just put your shoes on, and I'll do the rest. I can't put your shoes on for you, but put your shoes on, and then just go. And I just went. And I was walking I did the 11 incline, boy, and I was just walking for an hour, and I was just like, you know what, it's almost an hour, I don't feel like running. My body was like, don't even worry about it, we'll get to that when we get to it. I did my hour, was about to get off, my body was like, you know we run now. I said, what? We run now, let's go. You ain't tired? I said, I am tired. No, you're not, you just walked for an hour. You're not tired, Eric. Your brain is telling you some dumb stuff. If you were tired, you wouldn't be able to walk for an hour. Okay, so let's do this. Just run for 2 minutes. I'm trying to help somebody right now go to a whole other level. The reason why you go back to sleep is because you've always gone back. It's like a default. You go back to sleep because all you got to do is stop going to sleep, and then you're going to stop going to sleep. All you got to do is stop fussing and cussing, and you're going to stop fussing and cussing. All you got to do is stop spending all the money you got and start saving it. Listen to me. I became number one in the world. I became a millionaire not because I made more money. I became a millionaire because they told me millionaires only live off of 30% of their income. I want to make it plain for you. I became a millionaire because I did what millionaires did. I stopped living off 100%. I paid my tithe, and then I was like, all right, E, you only got 20% left. Put the rest up. So the first thing I did, listen to me, the very first thing I did to become rich, somebody said, E, to be rich, put 6 months of your earnings to the side. So I was like, all right, bet. That's what the rich told me to do, so I put 6 months to the side. How long did it take? I don't remember, but I put it to the side. Then somebody was like, yo, E, you need to put 100,000 to the side. I was like, all right, 100,000. Get even, go put 100,000 to the side. Then somebody was like, yo, you need to get your credit score up to 800. I was like, all right, then get my credit score up to 800. Then somebody said, E.T., if you want to be Tony Robbins, there's no way you'll be able to be like those dudes when you don't have the language they have. You need to go get your master's and a PhD from the right institution. I said, what? I went to Oakwood. I went to HBCU. He was like, yeah, but you didn't learn the language of Zig Ziglar at Oakwood. So Oakwood is a phenomenal place. Oh, y'all not hearing what I'm saying. I just said something, you missed it. Now you need to go to Michigan State University. CJ, you see my master's degree anywhere? How about my PhD? Not in the office, not at church. You didn't see it in my house? I didn't go to Michigan State to get a PhD. I went to Michigan State to learn the majority language. You can't speak in corporate when you say evidence. It doesn't make my community inferior, but I can't. So I went to every single class, and when the teachers was talking, they thought I was just doing homework. I wasn't. I was listening to how they conjugate verbs. I was listening to how they tell stories. I was like, ooh. I peeped it out, y'all. They way more linear. You ever been to a black church before? The pastor, he all over the place. My man told 6 stories. He didn't close none of them. My man told 6 stories. I promise you. I don't know what he's. You know what I'm saying? But in the hood, you just gotta, you finish it for him. He was like, this is what he was gonna say. But he never said it though. My man started 6 stories. He ain't finished another story. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's topic, body. It's topic, support, conclusion. I didn't go to school. I'm not no kid. I don't need nobody 4.0. I don't need to be affirmed. I don't need your paper on my wall. I need your language if I'm going to compete. I need your rules if I'm going to compete. I need your codes if I'm going to compete. The problem with most of you is you don't have a 1% language. You got a poverty language. No, I want to help you real quick. You think Warren Buffett reads just to be reading? The majority of you are poor because you read poor stuff. You watch poor stuff. You on Instagram watching fights. Or you just scrolling through like you ain't got a life. For real, some of y'all on Instagram, you're on there for 30 minutes. If I ask you what you saw, you ain't know. You just scrolling through it. That's a poverty mindset. Rich people don't waste time. They realize it's the most important thing. They don't watch a lot of TV. They don't do a lot of entertainment. If they're not working, they're studying their craft and getting better at their craft. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, let me say it one more time. There was a language that I needed to learn. Does it mean I need to abandon the language that I learned? Absolutely. Does it mean I need to put on a shirt and tie? Listen to me. When I do corporate, I promise you, I look like this. I probably don't look this good. Sometimes I got on a short and a t-shirt. In corporate, why? Because I don't need to necessarily conform. They're not asking me to come to dress up. But I'm so good at what I do, they don't even require a suit. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Some of us don't want to wear a suit, but you're not on that level though. Or you want to wear a suit and act as if your suit is going to compensate for what you are inferior at. Your suit don't make your language sweet. For real, some of you wear suits because you think like you're going to impress somebody with a suit, and you might get in the door, and sooner or later they're going to find out who you are. So I need you to stop having the poverty mindset. So when I quit my job to be an entrepreneur, my mom was like, whoa, what are you doing? I was like, I'm quitting. My mom was like, don't you dare quit. You're going to embarrass me. You got a wife and kids. Does YouTube have insurance? Does YouTube have a 401k? And I was like, yo, mom, I ain't trying to be funny and I ain't trying to be disrespectful. I love you. But you can't teach me how to be a millionaire because you're not one. You come from the working class, and I'm not mad at you, Mom. We wouldn't be where we are without you, but you told me that every generation is supposed to get better. So I'll take your values, but I won't take your work ethic. Because rich people don't work, they think. The working class will never get rich. It wasn't designed. Okay. Listen to me, this country became a wealthy country because they had employees they didn't have to pay. That's not like a rocket science. So when this country had to start paying people, they want to pay the least. The 3% that run the world, they're not trying. Let me tell you how I know. I'm from Detroit. We just laid off 15,000 workers, and the president of GM, she just got $22 million. We got $22 million to give one person when we laid off 15,000 people, and we took their health care that's already paid for. No disrespect to nobody. And I ain't playing no victim because I'm not a victim. Rich people don't work. They think. Poor people work. Poor people go, clock in, I make this much an hour. Rich people go, I put them to work, and I make this much an hour. See, what happens is you're working for you and your time.
Sorry, everybody.
So they're giving you 20%, and then they keeping the 80% off of 15,000 people. That's enough to have $22 million. So what you have to decide is, are you going to keep being the 99%, or are you ready to be a part of the 1%? Because it doesn't make a difference where you come from, high school dropout. It doesn't make a difference where you come from, GED. It doesn't make a difference where you come from, sleeping in an abandoned building. It doesn't make a difference where you come from, a 17-year-old mom that got pregnant. It doesn't make a difference where you come from, south side of Chicago. It doesn't make a difference where you come from, pretty much raised in Detroit. It doesn't make a difference where you come from, took 12 years to get a 40 degree. It doesn't make a difference. You know what makes a difference? What makes a difference is when you become a 99% or a 1%. When I start thinking like, acting like, and behaving like a 1%, everything changes. Is that clear? I never knew it until I saw it. I was like, yo, you super emotional. That's sweet on you. That's sweet on YouTube. That's sweet when you're talking to 10,000 people. But when you one-on-one with your girl, that's too much energy. And you got to pull it back. So when I took the test, I saw my girl in 99D, which means when you start coming at her like that, I had one thing I couldn't overcome, but when I got the test, I saw I was doing wrong. Listen to me very closely. You keep saying you ain't on the next level because of the economy. You keep saying you ain't on the next level because of racism. You keep saying you ain't on the next level because it ain't the season. You keep saying you ain't on the next level because they don't love you. You keep saying you ain't on the next level because the opportunity ain't there. The truth of the matter is that you ain't there because you ain't there. I could have fixed this years ago, but I didn't know it was a problem. But that's why it's important to do professional development. I spent money to get this after I got my PhD. Because I wanted to get better, because it wasn't working. And although we might not have argued, it might have been like once every 3 months. But let me tell you something. When you don't argue for 3 months, that day you do argue, it negates everything. It tears everything off. And I was tripping because I was like, it ain't fair for you to tell me not to be emotional just because you ain't emotional. But it was like, Eric, it doesn't matter. Do you want this marriage to work or not? And there's some of you, you know what you want. You know what you want. But you are not personally willing to do the work it takes to get it. What you're trying to do is do what you've done on this level and get the next level. You're trying to do exactly what you're doing on this level. You're like, I'm getting up every day. I'm putting in 2.5. I'm putting in 3, and I'm not getting the opportunity. The opportunity might require 3.5. I'm lifting weights. I'm eating right, and I'm not getting the opportunity. It might require getting up and working out 3.5. It might require you saying no to your friends. It might require you changing your diet. It might require you moving to another city. Whatever it takes, you got to be willing to do it, and you keep saying you're not there because of something else, because it's easier to blame somebody else.
Why is there a lady back there?
Because now you don't got to do no work when you blame somebody else. Guess who got to do the work? They got to do the work. But guess who got the power? They got the power. How many of y'all tired of other people having the power? Let me see your hand. You want the power. Just being real. Hands down. Hands down. Think about what I just said. How many of you want the power? Let me see your hand. Good. Write down next to your crazy idea some of the things that you know you're doing wrong that's messing up what you're doing. I want y'all to take my time. I want y'all to get this. So with this disc assessment, I saw how my daughter's a high C. And when you look at a high C, it's like they're very methodical, cautious. You see that, y'all? Careful. And I would get up and imagine me taking my 99I and putting her on her 99C. It was a disaster. I used to think my daughter didn't like me. But she would be in her what? Just imagine if you like a C, that's like, you know, you deserve, she would come home and go where? To her room. And I would think that she didn't like me. Because my son would come home and do what? Because he got a nice lot of eye in him. He'd come home and do what? Be in my face. What up? Blah. Dad, you can't believe what happened at school today. It was out of control, Dad. In practice, I got 2 fumble returns. You couldn't see it. And my daughter come in, hi, Dad. Just straight to her room. I'm like, yo, what's up? Took this test and realized, oh, it's not that my daughter, because I'm like, you want to go on a trip? She like always say no. And I'm like, why she don't ever want to go nowhere with us? And I didn't realize she don't want to go nowhere with us because she want to do her schoolwork because she in school. My son in school, I'm like, yo, son, I just got a gig with the Pacers. You want to roll? He like, let's go. He ain't said nothing about I got class. My man like, when we leaving? I'm like, actually, we got to leave later on tonight. He like, my stuff already packed. I knew you was going to call about a trip like that. I could just feel it in my spirit. Let's roll. My daughter like, I can't do it. I got tests. I say, your test is in 2 weeks. I got to study for my test. The test is in 2 weeks, but the studying is today. I was like, oh, I didn't even know it worked like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never even put that together. Like, I just be ready on test day. She's like, no, you actually have to study to know what to do on the test day. But guess what? When I started saying to my daughter, 48 hours in advance, a week in advance, we going on a trip, guess what she started saying? Yo, I can roll. Because I gave her enough time to do what? Play. So it wasn't nothing personal. I was treating her like she was an island, she was a sea. Does that make sense? Look, you got some changing to do. If I don't get to the other slide, you got some changing to do. And I'm telling you, the reason why I'm leaving corporate and going to schools, because it's easier to help a doggone middle school kid change than a grown man. It's hard changing grown men. I'm talking about hard. I'm like, yo, my ratio gonna go up. I'm gonna be a legend if I go to middle school. I'm gonna be a legend. Like Eric came in and talked to 100 kids, 98 got changed. He's a legend. My average gonna go up. Dealing with grown men, I talk to 10 grown men, they listen to me very closely. A lot of times when I counsel grown men, first and foremost, they don't want counseling. They want me because I'm a
Andre.